Welcome back to another Worthless Mutts. I am Gore the Dog Butcher, back again to shine a light on this worthless dog culture. In this worthless dog culture, for it to strive the way it is, it's not supposed to make any sense whatsoever. This dog culture is not supposed to make any rational, logical, moral sense. The main reason why this dog culture has been, I don't want to say successful, but where it has been, let's say, conquering is because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. If you cannot, if as a dog nutter, you cannot be a dog nutter and say this dog culture makes sense. You can't do it. It's impossible for you to look at this dog culture and say, this dog culture makes perfect sense, because it doesn't. It does not. First of all, as we all know, dogs are disgusting, disease-ridden. And if you have a dog in your home, immediately that makes no sense whatsoever. And you cannot see that. You're not supposed to see it because you are a dog nutter. You have been brainwashed. Even as I said in the last video, you have likely to have parasites in you where you're unable to think properly, unable to make rational decisions, and therefore you are unable to see how dumb, you're unable to see how this dog culture makes no sense. You can't hoard a nasty, filthy dog in your home and say that makes sense. Some of these dogs come from worldwide, from the streets. These dogs are nasty, coming from the streets. They're disgusting. And they bring these dogs from who knows where to another country. And a lot of these dog nuts are going to take these worthless mutts into their homes. And I don't care if they've been vaccinated or cleaned or washed. I don't care. It is disgusting. And especially with this pit bull culture, with the pit bull propaganda, it makes no sense. You cannot have a pit bull in your home and say that makes sense. These things have been known to kill the owner. The owner, they've killed the owner, their own owners. They've killed the hands that feed them. And right there, it makes no sense that people want to have these things in their homes. And that's why this dog culture is prevailing, because it makes no sense. And a lot of you dog nuts, you are dumb, and that's what you want. You want things that make no sense whatsoever. You don't question nothing in this dog culture. You just go along with whoever talks the best. You go along with people with dog nuts that make you feel good. All these videos and nonsense garbage, this dog nonsense has brainwashed you. You're brainwashed. And you don't want to look in the light or look at what the light's shining on, because it makes perfect sense, and you don't want something that makes sense. Because the moment it starts making sense, as dog nutters, you become vulnerable. You become unstable. Because you need your worthless mutts. You need things that don't make sense, because you're just not smart. And this dog culture is it's pretty much easy for you. Doesn't really take much thinking whatsoever. You just do. You just do things. You do. It's impulse. It's your impulse to just do it. And it's right for you because you're dumb, you're brainwashed, you probably have parasites in you, you're disgusting, and you like things that just don't make any sense. A lot of these dog nutters say they hate children, they hate people, they say people are the worst. And I'm going to say something that really makes no sense whatsoever. And a lot of things that I say other anti-dog channels say, a lot of these dog nuts have never thought of it before. And when it comes up the first time, when they hear it the first time, because they've never thought of it before, they are shocked. It's like the grief cycle. I don't know it from top to bottom, but it's like that grief cycle. They're shocked. They feel hurt. They feel anxiety. All that stuff. And some, maybe few, accept it, but others, they just don't want to accept it because they're just brainwashed. A lot of these dog nuts, pitbull nutters too, they say people are the worst. They say dogs are better than people. They hate people. They think dogs are better than children. They hate children. They say dogs are better than children. Maybe not in those words, but there are memes out there that say dogs are better than children. But they are a child. But you still are a child, whether you are 80, in your 20s, 10 years old, you are still a child. So you saying dogs are better than children, you're pretty much saying dogs are better than you. You're putting dogs above you. You're putting dogs above you. You're putting dogs above your mom, your dad, people that you may like. You're putting dogs above you. And I don't even think a lot of these dog nuts can comprehend what they're saying. I don't think they actually can hear what they're saying. Even when they type on the internet, I don't think they can see it. And that kind of goes back with the parasite things. Where these parasites are disrupting their cognitive. Where they're unable to see and think of what they're doing. So impulsive. And the thing again that just doesn't make sense. They say dogs are better than people, and they pretty much. I've been on Facebook. I've read the comments. I see the memes. I see them, of these memes of putting dogs above people, when they're getting so much likes, so much thumbs and hearts. I see it. A lot of them are accepting that dogs are better than people. They do. So to me, that's like, aren't you people? Even though I call you dog nutters, but come on, aren't you people? Aren't you human? Are you really saying dogs are better than you? Isn't that not a sign of low self-esteem? Isn't that not a sign that you are damaged? You're suffering from trauma? To say dogs are better than people, then you're saying dogs are better than you. So there's an old saying that we all know, that dogs are man's best friend. Another saying that they say is that people don't deserve dogs. They say people don't deserve dogs. They say dogs are man's best friend. They put dogs above people. And they say humans are bad. They're horrible. They're repulsive. They think humans are horrible. Well, they are human. So I ask you this, and I say this. Why would dogs be man's best friend if humans are despicable? If you think humans are horrible, and you're saying that dogs are man's best friend at the same time, it doesn't make sense. Am I making sense here? Am I making sense? They say humans, dog lovers are saying this. They are saying this. They have memes. They say it in the chats. They say it online. They say dogs are better than people. They say people are horrible. But then they're gonna go around and say dogs are man's best friend. But aren't humans horrible though? Why are dogs friending up something that is so horrible? It doesn't make sense. If you as human saying that people are horrible, why do you keep allowing dogs near you if you're such a horrible being? It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. And this is why, with things like that, why this dog culture is the way it is. And it's because it doesn't make sense. It just it doesn't make sense. These dog nutters don't make sense. I've seen them degrade people, degrade children, and put the dog above them. And say dogs are man's best friend, but it doesn't make sense. If you are despicable, you think you're despicable, you think people are despicable, then why are you owning them? Why are you, if you are such a worthless piece of garbage, and you think people are pieces of garbage, why are you keep owning these things? If dogs are so great and perfect and angels, why are you allowing angels to be owned by something that is despicable? It makes no sense whatsoever. But only in dog culture, where things can just not make any sense, but people will just go along with it, and they feel rejuvenated by it because it makes no sense. All these dog nutters, they don't question anything. Many of them they live their whole entire lives without hearing anything against dogs. Can you believe that? Many dog nutters have lived their whole entire life of not hearing anything truthful and negative about dogs. And for some of them that do, they go a long while without hearing it. And once they hear something like, I hate dogs, I want to eliminate dogs, or if their dog gets shot, someone abuse a dog, they go in shock. They can't believe that someone would say they hate dogs. Can you believe that? They think, dog nutters think everyone loves dogs. Some dog nutters live their whole entire lives thinking that every person on the face of the earth loves dogs. When in fact, the people that have abused and harmed the most dogs have been dog lovers themselves. Dog lovers themselves have harmed and abused dogs way more, I think way more than dog haters. Way more than dog haters. And these are the people that say humans are horrible, at the same time saying dogs are man's best friend. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And how dumb. And you dogmas, you're dumb. Like, you are dumb. You're dumb. To have fallen for this dog culture, and some of you live your whole entire lives with this dog propaganda, loving it your whole entire lives. But things are changing. And I gotta give thanks to the pandemic, or I would not be doing this right now. And I always look back at that. If that thing did not happen, chances are I would not be spreading dog hate. as much as I am. I would not be spreading dog hate like this if it wasn't for the pandemic where I was locked up at home. At the beginning, I was just bored and just wanted to do something new because I was bored, had nothing else to do, so I did it. But before the whole pandemic, I was grinding, working, busy, had no time for this. But then that pandemic opened the door. It opened me up to unleash my true dog hatred for these worthless mutts. And I've always hated them, but it was like bottled up inside me. But that pandemic unleashed my wrath against these worthless mutts. And this is, this is not the whole thing, man. The day that I get to, I'm not gonna say it, but it's okay, fine. The day I get to eliminate a dog, man, then I would say I have been fully unleashed. But until then, I'm butchering dogs this way. I'm killing these dogs this way. It's just an honor to have such a platform and resources and the mentality that I have in order to spread this dog hatred. And I've always hated dogs. Even as a child, I hated them. I wanted them all to be gone. As a child, I wanted them to be gone. And look at me now. Look at me now. I hope this made some sense. But to you dog nutters, I hope it doesn't make sense. Because if it doesn't make sense, you understand it more. But if it does make sense, you're going to go into shock. You're going to be in denial. A lot of you remain in denial for the rest of your lives, being a dog nutter, especially a pit nutter. You dog nutters, you're just like the words on the picture. That's you. That is you. And I know and I feel and I guarantee a lot of you are suffering inside by trauma. You're suffering from trauma. You're brainwashed. There are parasites in you. And this is why you're a full-fledged dog nut. You're a full-fledged dog nutter. And you like it. You like picking up dog shit. This is you. You like it. You like walking with dog shit in a bag in public. And I've seen these people pick up dog shit and walk with a dog shit in a bag. That's you. And you're and you want to say people are bad and this and that, but maybe you're right, because you as a human, you're picking up and walking with dog shit. Maybe you're right. Maybe you are right. But at the same time, even though you're disgusting, you say people don't deserve dogs. Dogs are this, dogs are angels, and etc. You worship dogs, but yet you still own them. It just doesn't make sense. If you think humans and people are that bad or whatever, and you put dogs above them, why do you own dogs? What's the point? What is the point? Why are you such hypocrites? Why do you lie? Why are you guys why are you guys so ignorant all the time? Just stop it. Stop it. Man, they're stupid. And I mean that. They are really stupid. Really, really stupid. Going to there. This is another worthless mutts. I am Gore the Dog Butcher. And remember, it's okay to hate dogs.